Hey there, I'm Caitlin. Welcome to my skating channel. Today I am very excited because I get to open up my Bont Park Star roller skates. I had to already pre-open this to make sure all my personal information was not gonna show up on here. So I do have a sneak peek of what's inside here, but I figured if anyone is thinking about buying these roller skates and wants to see what they look like straight out of the package, here you go. So upon opening the box, here is what we got inside, y'all. We've got the actual skates, and then they come with the wheels, and further underneath are the bearings. So I decided to go with the teal colored Bont Park Star skates. I was specifically looking through the Bont outlet. These were on sale for like $90 cheaper, and your girl loves a deal, so I went with these. It's a very different vibe from what I've been previously skating with, so I know there's gonna be a lot to get used to with these, but I'm excited. You know, life is more exciting when you have some change, right? These do not come pre-assembled completely, as you can see here. My Moxie Beach Bunnies did come completely assembled with the wheels on and everything, but these you can just put on yourself. So you're going to get the actual boot mounted with the plates. I did buy it already mounted with an aluminum plate on it, and it comes with its own standard toe stop. It is a screw and toe stop, but it has a little bolt here that actually keeps the toe stop locked in place. As I mentioned in my Moxie Beach Bunny skates review, my toe stops would constantly unscrew every single time I needed to brake. So I'm very interested to see how having a screw-in adjustable toe stop holds up when you also get the added layer of being able to lock it in place up above. Another thing to keep in mind with the Bont Park Star skates is that the trucks are a bit more narrow, and therefore, depending on certain types of grinds you want to do, or like 50/50s, that is probably going to be pretty difficult to do. But I'm not quite at that level of park skating yet, so I think I should be okay with the narrowness of these trucks. So yeah, so this is the full width of the trucks on these skates. And another thing I found interesting is that at the toe box, the Bont Park Star skates come with their own rubber toe guard, whereas most other leather boot skates don't, and you need to add on a toe cap. I'm still planning to put toe caps on these anyway. In my mind, I'm still like, this is the actual toe of the boot. It needs to be protected at all costs. So I'm going to definitely find one that will fit. This is a much wider toe box than what I've been used to with my Moxies. It's a much more narrow boot shape at the toe, whereas this, you can kind of see if you're looking at the black sole under here, it's just shaped like an actual human foot. So I'm very interested to see what it's gonna feel like skating on these. Another thing I'm really interested to try out with these is skating without a heel. There is a small heel inside here, but it's definitely not the same height as the one that was on my Moxie boot. And it's an internal heel, so you can feel it a little bit in there, but it's maybe this much of a heel. Now, I don't have all the hardware attached onto these boots yet, but I will say these feel pretty light, which was really the big thing I was looking for when getting new skates, because I have a lot of different things I want to be able to do in a skate park this next year that requires being able to get a lot of height and a lot of lift, being able to really pick my feet up from under me. And I am hoping that these are going to be light enough that I can have an easier time trying that stuff out. So that is to be determined. So in terms of the accessories that come with it, like I said, these Bont Park Star skates come with wheels and bearings. So it comes with 8 street flow wheels. And I have been using the Bont Park Flow wheels on my Moxies for the skate park. And I think I'm going to switch out the wheels, and I think I'm going to put these street flow wheels on my Moxies, and I'm gonna take the Park Flow wheels off the Moxies and put them on these Parkstars, because I am planning to spend most of my time in skate parks this next year, and I need a higher hardness level on my wheels. And the street flow wheels are an 89A hardness, and the Park Flow wheels are a 99A hardness. It's generally recommended that if you're going to be in a skate park, that you want wheels that are anywhere between 95A and 101A hardness levels. So I think that if I really want these to become my new park skating setup, I want to keep the wheels that have been working really well for me in the skate park. And then they also come with their own bearings. Here we go. Got our little skate tool here. And then it comes with these. These are ABEC 5 race bearing. Most of the reviews I saw about the Bont Park Star general kit that you get here is that these are not the greatest bearings. People keep saying just go for Red's bearings, like they're the best. But yeah, at least it comes with a whole package. So if you're like not that concerned with having like the best of the best skate accessories, then these might work just fine. I have not personally used these yet, so I cannot say one way or the other. And I will say too, I feel like an important thing to note, I was doing so much research on the sizing of these skates. If you are in the US especially and you want to buy some Bont roller skates, sizing is so tricky because they don't follow like a very specific standard sizing guide. What I did is I took a piece of paper and I traced my foot, just my foot in a sock that I would wear in my skates normally, traced it with a pencil, and then measured it out in centimeters, both like length and width, and then went to the sizing chart on the Bont website to see what size it said I was supposed to be in these skates. And then I downsized an extra half size from that. Because one thing I have heard over and over from people is that they bought some Bont Park Stars and they ended up being too big, or even like slightly too big, even though they followed the directions specifically on how to properly measure for these. For reference, I'm normally a size 8 in standard American women's sizing shoes, and my Moxie Beach Bunny roller skates were a size 7. And then for these Bont Park Stars, I got a size 6. And I think that worked out well. I can put this on just to double check. Okay, so this is what the skate looks like on, obviously without the wheels yet. I will say, I think there's just enough room in the toe. My toe's like almost touching the very top here, but not quite. So I don't feel like it's crushed, but I also don't feel like my foot's gonna slide around a lot in the boot. So I do think this was the right size boot to get, for sure. So here we go. It's hard to balance when there's no wheels, so we're not gonna like get too crazy with that, but there we are. These feel pretty comfy, like even on already. It's definitely a different feeling, like having that much more like space right here, where normally it would like just get really narrow. I'm curious to see about the ankle support too with these, because they don't come up quite as high as my Moxies do. So yeah, time to find out. I am very excited to break these in for 2024 and see what I'm able to do with these, see how their durability is and everything like that, because I definitely want to be able to give a full review of these skates once I've spent enough time on them, tinkering with them, and just seeing how everything does and holds up. So there we go. That is me opening up my new Bont Park Star roller skates. I hope that you found this video helpful if you are currently looking at getting some Bont Park Star skates as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!